Teja.
And I'm Eeshi-Ra Hart. And together we're pioneering a new type of yoga called Unify Yoga. And it's working with sacred sound of the Solfeggio frequencies and the power of your voice to deepen your yoga practice.
Hi, recently, Eeshi-Ra, I come across, when I'm bringing sound into my yoga classes, a lot of people, not a lot, but some people I'm finding are really wanting to hold back. You know, they don't want to. There's a lot of inhibitions basically about using their voice, and so they're being encouraged to use it more so than they would in their general lives.
Yes.
And we want to encourage that more so, because it does free up so much, doesn't it, when you use your voice?
Yeah. Self-expression, it's all about self-esteem. And if you think about in society how it's been with our voice, you know, particularly women, you know, women should be quiet, not say anything, not stand up to the men in their life. And certainly kids, you know, I think a lot of kids have had, you know, children should be seen and not heard. So that's a difficult one. Or if they've spoken out at school.
So this is society that's kind of shaped this
Exactly.
fear of expressing your opinion or your voice, or
and
fear of being judged, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And all that, like, I have a right to an opinion and I have a voice, and it's good to empower myself to speak out. And I think we're definitely shifting from, you know, being silent, because if you are, some people say if you're silent, you're still part of the problem, you know. So it's very much about getting us to make noise and moving past those judgments, moving past perhaps you've been told at school where you can't sing, and it's like, well, if you can actually speak, if you have a voice and you can actually make noise, you can sing. Everyone can sing. And if you think about it, it's just like a guitarist before he goes on stage. What does he do? He tunes his guitar. And it's the same with the voice. Just about tuning your body, and everyone can tune their body. It's not possible, it's not impossible at all. So and the beauty of taking, of course, external sound, because you can hear sacred sound you know, around you, and it's very beautiful, and yes, that you can feel something, but if you actually use the voice, then you're taking the vibration inside the body, so you're actually amplifying the power of the sound, which makes for a very blissful experience.
Got our own speaker box as such.
That's it, yeah. And it's interesting because the voice, the throat chakra, is very much connected to the sex chakra. And if you think about society, especially with religion, there's been a lot of repression around sexuality. So if this is repressed, then this is repressed, or vice versa. So it's you know, you can look at it from the perspective of something like belly dancing. True Egyptian belly dancing, or true belly dancing, the dancer will use their tongue because it's symbolic of connecting with that. It's a very sexual act, and it's talking, you know, it's symbolically talking about the Kundalini, the snake energy, the sexual energy of the body. So it's a few things to break through there, but so worth it, because as a tool, I mean, even simply humming around the house, you know, that's a beautiful tool, just to have it really low, helps you ground, helps you tune in and align. It's great.
Yeah, I've been recently working with a belly dancer, and she shared this wonderful story about how Egyptian belly dance was, where it was born from, you know, where it came from, and you know, as a woman would go into labour, the sisters would gather around and they'd kind of be swaying with her and encouraging her movements until she gave birth. So it was it reminded me very much of the Avatar, the movie, you know, where they'd gather around the tree and where they were swinging. You know that part when they kind of moving
that's
with the
end,
tree?
isn't it?
Yeah, getting in touch with nature, being with each other, that real connection.
Right.
So I suppose on an individual level, when you're using your voice, you're getting in touch with the sensual nature of your energy kind of flowing through like that. And to use your voice is very, very empowering. And like you say, we have been, or society has made it that we, you know, to be seen and not heard, and we're just finding our voices now, aren't we, as we do these practices.
It's a great tool.
Freeing up our voices, we've got a lot to say.
Yeah. And the thing with the voice is when you're bringing that vibration inside the body, you know, maybe the sound is coming and it's vibrating through, but with the voice, when you amplify it, you can vibrate every cell. And not only that, with your intention, say you have an old injury, you know, in your shoulder, you can direct the sound. Say it's 528, you've got an old injury, so you tune your voice with that, and then it can help expand out the density or the contraction or whatever's there, and then shift the energy, and you can direct the energy down through the arm to release out through the hand, and it's wonderful because you're then your own healer. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, with your consciousness, with your awareness, you can shift everything.
Yeah. Everything can be healed, as long as we let go of the big thought that it can't be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, great. So thank you for joining us. And our websites are?
My website is infinitespace.com. It's INFIN, the number 8, SPACE.com.
And mine is unify.me, and that's uni as in universal, phi as in phi ratio of the body, that's PHI.me. And check out more of our videos on YouTube, and hopefully you'll be inspired. Thanks for joining us.
And hopefully we'll get to meet you one day.
Yes. Great.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Namaste.